Hello Leo, Happy New Year! This is your 2015 forecast. This year is going to be very exciting, I think, for you because we've got a lot of fire energy in the heavens. What with Saturn into Sagittarius for most of this year, with Jupiter still in your sign until August, and of course Uranus making up that fire trine in Aries. So there's a lot of energy that you're going to be able to tap into, that the universe is opening up for you, Leos. So let's start with the fact that all three Mercury retrogrades this year are in air signs. And air and fire, you're a fire sign, they go very well together. So the fact that it's in air signs means that we're going to do a lot of thinking, a lot of reconsidering. And for you, this first Mercury retrograde from January the 22nd until February the 11th is in your 7th house of relationships. Please, all the important dates will appear at the end of this video, so you won't miss anything. You'll be able to refer back to it if you need to. So this is a great time to reflect on all of your relationships, business and personal. It's a time just to reevaluate the balance. Is there enough give and take? Are you making too many compromises? Does a relationship need to be redefined, re-examined in some way? All this to be reconsidered during that retrograde. Then between February the 20th and March the 17th, we've got Venus and Mars coming together, and they're coming together in Aries. And this is rather exciting because Venus and Mars usually only come together for a few weeks of the year. But this year, they are meeting up several times, all the way up until November, which I'm going to be sharing with you. So this initial one, February 20th to March 17th, up in your 9th house. Great time, Leos, to plan a trip, to go away at short notice, maybe without much warning, just to go somewhere exciting. It's a wonderful time to do any kind of international business connections, meet up with a new romantic partner maybe internationally, start a long distance relationship or carry one on. And it's also a great time for studying something, learning something, teaching something, publishing a book, getting something out into the world. You're under brilliant aspects for that a lot of this year, Leos. And between February 24th and March 9th, we have got a glorious aspect for you. It is a trine between Jupiter in your sign and Uranus in Aries in this 9th house. This is a wonderful aspect for you for new ideas, for reinventing yourself, for doing something completely new that's inspiring, that could inspire other people. All this fire energy is about inspiration. And when we feel inspired, we feel enthusiastic. You're a fire sign, so I'm wondering whether you're going to be teaching something, sharing some information. You are going to feel new, renewed. This is a renewal of you during this aspect. I think it's exciting. Now, the final challenging square that I've been talking about for years now is this final pass between Uranus and Pluto. Happens between March 12th and March 28th. So it's the final square asking you now, are you doing what you want in your career? Or are you feeling as though you're being suppressed? What do you need to do creatively to break out from that? Are you studying? Are you teaching? Are you sharing something? But certainly not to be overwhelmed or intimidated by authority figures anymore. That is part of this big lesson of this square. Also, to make sure you're taking care of your physical body and physical well-being and not running too much on nervous energy. Then, from March the 31st until April the 11th, we've got Venus and Mars moving along together again in Taurus, into your 10th house. This is an energizer for anything connected with your career, your work. It's a wonderful opportunity to meet somebody who could be very helpful, and with the Mars energy to move forward maybe with a new project, a new assignment, or just to move forward with putting yourself out there. This energy up here, very much, Leo, is about out and about in the world, making your name and making a stand for what's important to you. Then from May the 18th until June the 11th, we have got Mercury, another Mercury retrograde, happening in Gemini. And Gemini is in your 11th house of friendships. So this is an important time to reflect on friends, the people in your life. Do you want more friends? Okay, well, what are you going to do to get more friends? Have you got a very scattered social circle? Don't you see people often enough? What is it you want to change in this area? It's also a great time for reflecting about your dreams, your wishes, your goals, what it is you want to achieve. Good time for redefining those goals and maybe setting yourself some baby steps. Then, from June 15th to June 28th, we get another hit of this glorious trine with Jupiter in your sign, saying, come on, Leos, take a risk, get outside of that comfort zone. You are a fixed sign, so sometimes, you know, you dig your tent pegs in the ground and you don't want to move them around. This is an opportunity to move things around to your benefit. Could be very exciting. Then, for most of this year and until the end of 2017, Saturn's in your 5th house. But just a brief time, it goes back into your 4th house between June 15th and September the 18th. So moving back into your 4th house. So this is just an opportunity. Maybe you need to do some repairs to the house, some renovating, some upgrading. Maybe there's a move that you need to make, or maybe there's some family responsibility that you need to take on, or some kind of a responsibility maybe with a close friend who feels like family. After that, then we've got Saturn going back, as I said, into this 5th house, so it's there for until June of this year, and then after September the 19th and until the end of 2017 in this 5th house. So what does this mean for you, Leos? Leos, you are the sign of creativity, of entertainment, of enjoyment. This Saturn here is going to make sure that you do enjoy what you're doing, that you do put some structure maybe around a hobby or something you love and make it into a business, or make it into just a sideline that could bring you a little bit of extra income. If you're an entertainer or you do anything very creative, it's a time to be structured with that creativity, to do something tangible with it. Not just to talk about it, but to do something with it and to take it into the world. Because we've got this energy of this trine energy going on with these planets, all these fire energy, taking things out into the world and making them real and tangible. And then, very importantly, we've got Venus going retrograde from July 25th until September the 6th. And so Venus rules your finances and your relationships. And Venus is going retrograde for that first week of the month, so the last week of the month, July 25th to the end of July, in your house of money. Perfect time during a Venus retrograde to reevaluate what's happening with your finances. How you spend money, how you save money, how you see money, how you value yourself. This Venus retrograde slows everything down while it's retrograde, so you can reevaluate everything and start a new path if necessary. Then for the whole of August and until September 6th, Venus in your sign, only retrograde. So, time to look at your relationships, time to reflect on what's working, what's not, what's in balance, what isn't, what needs to change. But this Venus is also in your sign, making you popular, drawing people to you. You need to reflect on whether these people are good for you, whether they're uplifting with this Jupiter energy, or whether they are not uplifting and whether there are some changes that need to be made. And August the 8th to September 24th, we do have as well Mars joining this party. Jupiter moves on, I'll come to Jupiter, but certainly Venus and Mars coming together again in your sign. So this is an energizing time. You should have a lot of energy, new projects, new things you want to accomplish and do, and you'll also be popular as well. So Jupiter in your sign until August the 11th. So keep taking risks, keep getting outside of that comfort zone, because it will pay off for you. It really will. After August the 11th and until September 10th of 2016, Jupiter is in your second house of money. So this is expanding your view of how you value yourself, what you feel you're worth. Sometimes Jupiter in this house can mean the money is going out just as quickly as it's coming in, but it does mean the money's coming in. It can mean a real abundance streak, and it can just bring some good things to you financially. And from September 17th until October the 9th, we've got Mercury going retrograde into Libra. Where's Libra gone? Libra is here in your third house. So this is a reflection of your community, what you feel your place is within your community, how you network with people, how you communicate, time to see whether you are listening well enough or whether people are listening to you well enough. But it's a good time to reflect on things and not to sign contracts. Third house Mercury retrograde, definitely try not to sign important contracts during that time, and leave plenty of time for traveling and arriving to important interviews or appointments. And from October the 8th till November the 8th, we've got Venus and Mars, Jupiter coming together in this second house of money and finance. So this is a great money finance year for you potentially, Leos. This is energizing everything. Venus can bring you a gift, a present, something nice. Mars energizes you to get out there, to do something, to make yourself heard, to sell whatever services or products that you're passionate about. And between November 12th and December 4th, Venus and Mars move on together here into your third house, and this is energizing your networks. Brilliant time for networking, for connecting with more people, for widening your network, for connecting with people in your neighborhood, your community, and for studying and learning something, and writing and communicating. All kinds of writing and communicating are going to be very well aspected for you during this year. So there you have it, my lovely Leos. There's going to be a lot of shifting this year. You're going to feel as though the sand is shifting underneath you. Neptune is in a mutable sign in Pisces, Saturn most of the year in Sag, and Jupiter the second part of the year in Virgo. We're all going to need to be much more adaptable to changes, and to be ready to turn on a dime and to welcome the changes that are coming in. So there you have it, my lovely Leos. I wish you a wonderful year. I'd love to look at your personal chart to show you how to make the best use of the aspects coming up for you. And thank you for subscribing, sharing, emailing me. I love hearing from you. Thank you. Bye for now.